We're here with Daphne Willis today at the Grapevine in Clive, Iowa for the Insider Sessions. How's it going, Daphne?
Really well, thank you. Very well.
Okay, so how long have you been a musician? I mean, did you start when you were a kid or something that came on later in life or what?
I've been singing my whole life. Both my parents went to the University of Texas in Austin, and they were both music majors. So I kind of grew up in music. I didn't start playing guitar until I was in high school, and I started writing songs when I was in high school. And then when I went off to college, I was doing open mics all over the city of Chicago. I went to DePaul University for a couple years. And then I ended up getting signed about halfway through, and I've been on the road ever since.
Okay. So about halfway through, so kind of at what point did you stop? I mean, everybody starts off playing other people's songs. When did you decide you wanted to be a songwriter?
I started writing songs a little bit in high school, but I never thought that it was going to be like a career, and it was just going to be like a hobby, more or less. I went to school for secondary education, English, because I love to write all forms of literature, not just songs. And then when I got signed, it was like this amazing opportunity to follow my passion and my dreams, and I took it. So,
well, let's talk about that. What led to you getting signed? As I understand it, you got a record deal with Vanguard Records?
Yes, and it's quite a funny story. I had made this small little acoustic EP of my own songs, and there's a company called DMX that does sub-licensing. So like when you go to PF Chang's or you're shopping in Kohl's and you hear music, there's all these sub-licensing companies. So they sub-licensed my music, and it ended up on American Airlines flights. And the president of Vanguard Records, Kevin Welk, was on an American Airlines flight, and his iPod died, and he happened to just plug his headphones into the armrest when my song was playing. And he looked in the pamphlet and saw that I was independent, unsigned, and I think at the time I was 20. They flew me out to LA. I played for all of them in their offices, and it all went extremely fast from there, and that's kind of the whole, in a nutshell, my story of how I got signed.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Very serendipitous.
Yeah. So, your most recent album out is Because I Can?
Yes, I did one record with Vanguard last year called What to Say, and then the most recent one that I've done came out this year, and it's called Because I Can.
How many songs are on that?
There are 12 songs on it.
It's a full album.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the inspirations that went into the writing of those songs?
You know what? I think that this record in particular really means a lot to me on a personal level. I in the past year have made a lot of personal changes in my life, and certainly any artwork that anybody does reflects. It's a reflection of yourself. And I really felt like this year I moved from Chicago to Nashville. I went through a kind of a breakup and just shifted some personal relationships in my life around a little bit, in a good way and in a good way. But the record is called Because I Can, and a lot of the songs about on the record are kind of about self-empowerment and just doing your best, and surrounding yourself with good people, and the whole sentiment of the record is supposed to be very positive and uplifting, and that's kind of what I want people to walk away with. Certainly we all face troubles and adversities, but it's kind of how you deal with them and look at things, and it's just been a great year, and I'm feeling very lucky to be able to just make music and be on the road and record.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Thank you.
Talking about being on the road, I know you do a lot of traveling, a lot of touring. play in a lot of different cities. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Or tell us a lot about that.
Yes, I'll tell you all about it. We love the road, and I do. I love being on the road. We do all kinds of different configurations. So like right now, you know when we just played just now, we do this trio thing that's real cool. And most of the time when we're traveling, that's what we do. We also do. I have players in Chicago and Nashville and New York and out in LA that I also work with. So I kind of, sometimes we do electric. I've got a horn section in Chicago and in Nashville that's, you know, super fun, that kind of goes bigger when we play in, you know, the home base cities and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as being on the road, we're always kind of touring around as much as the weather permits. You know, it can be a little rough coming through here in January and February, but yeah, we come through all the time, especially through Iowa and through the Midwest, and we go out to New York and Boston, and I moved to Nashville in December from Chicago. I'm from Chicago, it's kind of home, and so now we're starting to go south. So we just played our first, you know, kind of string of dates down in Alabama, and we go to Atlanta now and into Florida. So it's pretty cool to just start branching out in different directions. It's been really great. And
they don't really have winter in Nashville like they do here, do they?
They don't. And the funny thing is,
I know this because I lived in Nashville before.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and so you know that they like close stuff down if it even like flurries.
If it even looks like it's going to snow, they close the roads.
They close schools down too. They'll like end school early or delay. They'll delay the start time of school if they think there's going to be snow. They'll just shut stuff down. And I don't mind it. It's kind of nice because everybody's just like, we don't want to go outside. It's crappy out. So.
Yeah.
Not in Chicago. I went down there and I was like, what are you guys doing? This is fine. You're fine. But I just think that people don't have the tires on their cars down there. They're slipping all over the place down
there. So, are you going to be doing a lot of shows in Iowa this summer?
Yes, we do. We play in the Quad Cities. We play Iowa City. We play Dubuque. We play here in Des Moines. So yeah, I mean, we're here now. We'll be back again through in December. Actually, I've got an Iowa City date next month at the Blue Moose, and that's going to be really fun. It's a Friday night. So we come through all the time.
Can people keep up with where you're going to be by watching your website?
Yes, my website's a good one, Facebook, but the website's the best.
What's that address?
It's DaphneWillis.com. It's just my name.com.
Okay.
DaphneWillis.com.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What are you on Twitter?
I am. I'm on Twitter and Facebook and all the interwebs, all those outlets. So
on Twitter, you what, at Daphne Willis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Daphne, before we wrap up, are there any final thoughts that you want to leave our viewers with?
You know, I just hope to see you guys soon. I'll be hopefully coming near you, so hope to see you guys at a show.
All right. We'll be looking for you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being on Insider Sessions.
Thanks for having me.